Okay. Welcome everyone to the second proper session of Traveler. I'm still your ref, Eric. And who are these two players I got with me today?
Who indeed? I'm Jim, and I'm playing a character. And the my achievement this week is that I finally saw Neon Genesis Evangelion. So that's where I'm at in my life right now, and I'm glad to be playing.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. I'm Colin, and my thing for the week is that I unsaw Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, wow.
It's like a very real localized lobotomy that I figured out. So
Nice.
Zero sum.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Every time you watch something, someone else unwatches.
Yeah. Yeah, like medically and chemically, I think scrolling on TikTok for about 17 minutes is a kind of lobotomy. So
yeah, easily.
It's really tough to limit yourself to 17 minutes because time has no relativity there.
None whatsoever.
All right. Well, to bring us back to Harvest and the High Port, we were in the midst of deciding on a few things. We were figuring out this Alyiah Brooks character, or Alyiah Brooks, whether they are wanted by Sturmmetal and what's going on there.
Right.
Are they the link to your saboteurs that you want? The other one was you're still on the hunt for an engineer. I got a couple other things as well on the docket.
Mm-hmm.
We're also running up against the we should blast off soon because we've got like 20 passengers who are gonna get fucking pissed. Well,
yeah,
10 of them are gonna be pissed. The other 6 are popsicles, so they're not gonna complain.
Right? Yeah,
yeah.
What do they care? Okay. So I remember we kind of had enough information to suspect that maybe this Alyiah person was like their prime suspect, right?
Correct.
There's a lot of correspondences, a lot of coincidences around them, but we don't have anything that's like definitive.
Correct.
Right?
There's no hard proof. There's no like logs. It was them on the
Yeah.
So there's
right place, right time, right skill set.
Yeah.
Did we float an idea of like giving her the job and interrogating her en route to fucking Mercer? Or where was it?
I don't know that we had. I mean, she's a former scout and engineer. I have written down she wasn't looking for work. That she's a crew.
Oh right,
a crew of another metal shipping corporation.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
She still has some weeks on her contract with Orion Confederated or Oricon.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have to wait till then. But yeah, basically, I believe you had the name of the other Sturmmetal. What do you call it?
The rival.
Yeah,
Captain Juno Core. I have in my notes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about blackmailing her.
Correct.
Okay.
So, as far as I know, you have not really given any of this over to Sturmmetal, other than you need a little bit more time.
Right.
You just kind of floated that you might have something. You just need a little more time to suss it out.
Yeah.
Your patron was is Rejas Kinsolveng. Kinsolveng. So that's the person you'd be contacting to, and that's the kind of person the same level as Juno.
Okay.
So the question is, how do you want to? There is a 50,000 credit payday if you can thread this needle. One way of doing that is ruining this person's life, whether they deserve it or not. And another way is finding a better solution. Third one would just be saying, another way. And I do have an administrative question for the game. We rolled for when we're getting our cargo last time we played, and I believe we had like a week or so. So I imagine your ship's now loaded with cargo. The textiles that you ordered.
Yeah. We only had like a couple days. In fact, I think it was 3 days that they're going to load, and that's all the textiles and all the passengers loaded up in the cargo thing.
Okay, so we have basically 3 days for it it'll take the cargo to get loaded up. So right?
Yeah. So
and we've passed those 3 days essentially already.
I got you
with the investigation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you're kind of on borrowed time there.
Yeah. I mean, I think if we're running up against the clock of like our launch window and we've got passengers waiting, then I'm okay with just like presenting what we have to our Sturmmetal contact and being like, this is what we've been able to figure out. Like, there's nothing definitive, but you were looking for, we're just basically like, this is the information we were able to dig up. That's all they were looking for, right? Was information.
Yeah.
Hamilton, you would know that this person would get black bagged by Sturmmetal and never seen again. I'm not sure Ashraf would know it's like that, level of I don't know if you have the optimism or pessimism. I'll leave it up to you. But Hamilton, for sure this is what would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's my thought. Is we present that to Alyiah. Say, hey, let's have a chat. Here's the information we have that we could present to Sturmmetal. They would black bag you. You would never be seen again. But if you spill the beans, we can negotiate on your behalf to make sure you don't get black bagged. And hey, maybe you even have a job afterwards.
Okay. So
I mean, because it could be that like we could present it as like we're I don't know. I mean, I think how we approach it would be pretty crucial because she might just be pissed at us that we're the ones doing the investigating.
Sure.
I'd rather not ruin her life if we can help it. It is 50 G's, and
it is 50 G's. Here's the thing: is like 50 G's is also like one
passenger, one
basic passenger. Yeah. So that's good walking around money, but that's not business money.
Yeah, that says Hamilton with his like 200 credits to his name.
Yeah. Okay, so hear me out. All right. We sit down with Alyiah. We contact Kinsolveng and say, hey, meet us here in like 2 hours. And then we talk with Alyiah. And an hour into that talk, we say, here's what we've got. And the subject of that conversation depends, the outcome of that, the subject of that conversation depends the outcome of either we keep her around for an hour or we leave the back door unlocked. She runs with some warning, and when Kinsolveng gets there, we go like, here's the dossier, here's who you're looking for, but gosh golly, we can't hand them over. We don't know where they went.
Yeah, and they didn't ask us to, if I recall. Like, we're not...
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But I think at this point, we don't have any other leads.
Yeah.
Like, so we need to up the pressure on Alyiah, but we need to do it ethically, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way of looking at it. Okay.
Yeah, because it's like we didn't set out to ruin her life, but in the course of this investigation, figure this out, and because we're not total scumbags, we're like, hey, this is just a courtesy heads up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Hamilton, you could probably you have enough fictional position with her that you can set up this meeting fine.
Okay.
I will. There is one thing though I will need you to tell me, and that is you've been on this place for you've been in this high port for 2 weeks now. You know, this is kind of like your family's home turf as well. I presume you've been avoiding your family and doing your best to avoid them, right?
Yeah. Yes.
You've deliberately been avoiding most of the spacer bars as best you could, and their local hangouts, right?
Yeah. Hamilton's been hanging out on the ship when
Yeah.
he's not otherwise been engaged with something.
Right. Okay.
And mostly, I see it as more. It's him. Like he has no idea. He just doesn't want to have to look his family in the eye after all these years and everything he's been through. He just doesn't. Yeah.
I know, but let's see if fate has a funny way of showing its head. So can you give me some kind of like active inconspicuousness or like a roll to show how you've used insight to, you know, kind of route around their schedules, or active recon-y stealth kind of stuff to just show like how you're, you know, avoiding them at the mall. Like you might have been like,
I gotcha.
You know, kind of thing.
So I could do, I feel like, I don't know, there's part of me that's like streetwise but social instead of intellect.
Yeah, that would totally
You
work.
know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Standard target number is 8, so okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay, you've deliberately been able to avoid running into even like your extended family, right? It's not just your immediate, because I don't think we really talked about it, but I assume the Barcas are they're like a minor player, like they have maybe a couple small ships that they trade, and it's all kind of like in the family kind of thing, right?
Yeah. There's a reason he's in a position to be sent up into orbit for training, and you know, presumably he was going to do his apprenticeship on another free trader and then join the family business.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. Yeah, so it's not just your immediate family, and I assume you have brothers and sisters and cousins and stuff like that, right? Is there anything like hard? Do you come from? Is it a big family or small?
I kind of like the idea that it is a big family.
Yeah, me too.
You know, that there are a lot of them. There are a lot of bar kids running around.
Yeah.
But I also think it's like the longer we're in port, the more just agitated Hamilton gets.
Totally.
Just on edge, you know, just ready to leave, ready to go somewhere else himself.
Exactly. Okay. Well, with that, I think there's enough positioning here then. Yeah, you can set up the meeting. You avoid any contact with your family while we're going through it or anything like that, any awkwardness there. So we can set up the meet with Alyiah. It's probably the same spacer bar we go to?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So we jibber jabber for the hour or so. Drinks are had. What happens when push comes to shove? I know Colin had to step away for a second, but
so I'm assuming it's sort of the both of us there. Like Hamilton's angle with this is just like, I'm doing you a solid. Like we were like, I did misrepresent myself in some degree, you know, or just like I didn't disclose everything, but like also didn't think I was going to be ruining a person's life, and that doesn't sit well with him. And as much as having, you know, as much as like 50,000 credits is, you know, dropping the bucket for what we owe or whatever, it's like it's still a lot of money to Hamilton.
Yeah.
And so I think he does feel a conflict between like, I could get this payday and it's more of what we need, but then am I going to feel right? Am I going to be able to sleep at night? And I think the answer is Hamilton's not going to be able to sleep at night if, you know, if he ruins this person's life.
Totally. And I don't think we spoke about it, but I assume you get a monthly stipend or a salary working it for your role in the company. But I'm not sure how that works. We'll have to talk to Colin, but you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this would because if that's the case, then still a 50,000 payday just for you is, or it's even split amongst 4 people is like 2 months work.
Yeah, it's still a lot.
Yeah, exactly. I assume you're going to get paid probably like anywhere between 5 and 8,000 a month, so that would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, Alyiah will also mention how you didn't disclose, but she found out, that you are part of the Barkas, and you must be that you're the black sheep of that family that she's heard about.
Yeah. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. It's all right. We all have pasts we want to avoid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a good, sticking on that subject for a bit of pasts that we'd rather avoid, of trying to start a new path. It sounded like that she was trying in a similar position, like that there's something going on in her past that someone found out about, just trying to make trouble by. And so, understand what that's like. I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
I mean, she's thankful for it. But she kind of feels like you're holding all the cards here.
Yeah. Yes.
So what are my options here? Are you just I assume you're not here to tell me just to gloat.
No. I mean, Hamilton sort of is confused himself. Like I think the outcome that we would want is that we're able to give her sufficient warning to get out, including if she wanted to for passage on our ship, because we're looking for an engineer, and then we can keep some kind of relationship open with this Sturmmetal contract. But I don't know. Hamilton might be wishful thinking that he can have both, have his cake and eat it too, as it were.
Well, I'm sorry. Did I miss? Did she not want to spill the beans on?
We're getting to it. We kind of established what the tenor of the conversation was, and she knows who Hamilton is, and he's trying to be like, yeah, we all have pasts we'd rather outrun and not have to have us weighing us down.
Well,
I was waiting on you to see what we wanted to offer her.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably a good cue for Ashraf to come in and kind of sit across from her, open the dossier, slide it across, be like, does this all look correct to you? Is there anything you want to add? Employers or...
No. See, I can't. So is this the circumstantial evidence you have on her, right? Everything about this is like the dossier you'd be handing over to. Yeah. So she's like, no, this can't be. No, there's. I'm. Like she sees how this looks bad. Okay. All right. She clearly has an innocent demeanor, like she didn't do it, but she sees just how that doesn't matter. It's like she's been around the block enough to know that this is.
And hopefully, and Ashraf is like, hopefully you understand that, like we know that this is not the kind of thing that would hold up in a court of law, but also we both know that that's not what you're facing here. And the truth is, we don't want to throw someone to the wolves. Unless we don't really have another choice. So, what kind of choices do we have, Miss Brooks?
Do you need secrets? What do you need information? What can I do to?
Let's start with clearing up some things, like what your name is.
Can't reveal that. My name is Alyiah Brooks.
No, you don't want to reveal that, and I think that's an important distinction to make, because we are not interrogators. I'm sure that Sturmmetal employs some, though. And I'm fairly certain that you would reveal to them. Again, we don't want to get Sturmmetal involved. Not yet.
Okay. Her accent will switch to something would be more Russian, which would be more like from the southern planets, the Bookers, the Humvees, the Striker planets down south there.
Okay.
She knows. Magnia Sokolov.
Agnia Sokolov. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Sokolov. What, why swap the name?
Interdepartmental rivalries. I worked in planetary affairs. Diplomats.
Diplomats. I'm familiar with them.
I'm sure you are. And she recognizes that, like, oh, she probably has read your file at some point in the past. Is kind of what she's implying here.
Yeah.
In other words, you've never heard of her, of course. So she's probably either an agent, spy, informant, something like that.
Yeah.
Just that sphere.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about my exfiltration packages.
Sure. Let's talk about them.
Oh. I can obviously pay my own way through work or any on a ship, but you could just give me if I could leave with you, give me a little bit of a head start.
Sure, that's option one. Here's option two.
Yeah.
Option two. Let's be honest. You are closer to this sabotage scenario than we are. We were chosen largely because of our distance from it, and that has been an advantage, but it's also a disadvantage of a kind. You, it seems, have certain skill set that may be useful in this kind of investigation. So option one is you come with us. Option two, we introduce you to our employer, and you pick up the job. And we've hit a dead end, but I don't think that you are without means to find your own leads. And we've got a deadline to keep.
How much time?
How much time what?
How much time do I have to hunt?
I mean, that's something you'd negotiate with your new employer.
No, I can work with Oricon. Sturmmetal, I do not want to deal with. So, if it's all right with you, I'll take option A.
Right. Okay. How quickly can you burn the Alyiah Brooks identity and have a new one?
Few hours. All the what do you call them? Sorry, what do you call temporary visas? Like all the temporary visas going in and out here for all the workers. We can get something going.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we're going to meet with our employer in an hour or so. The meeting should take an hour, maybe. During which time we'll explain that we found this identity, Alyiah Brooks. We don't know that it's a real person, but here's the circumstantial evidence. And that's about as far as we can go. Godspeed. We'll be ready to lift off, and I'll give her a time and be like, if an enterprising young engineer should show up at our door, verbally new haircut, new hair color, maybe, I leave those details to you, then we'd gladly take them on. And Ashraf's going to kind of surreptitiously look over at Hamilton, be like, does this sound good to you?
Yeah, not. There's I think Hamilton's afraid that we're going to end up the ones black bagged if we if we somehow piss off Sturmmetal, but we'll be long gone by then.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, so nothing. So in other words, you're able to delicately have your cake and eat it too here, where you're able to pass on this information as well as sort of the person blackmailing this Alyiah, and frame it this way for your payout, while also saying you aren't able to track this person down.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna roll their fate here. I'm gonna say a +2. Probably I would like to see if they get a 10. No. Okay. It's not gonna be good for them. Okay. You have the blues for this person who's unable to get to your ship in time. And here's why. Who has been responsible for your cargo shipments getting on board the ship and all of the inventorying, all the logistics stuff of your ship?
I think my wife is probably the one coordinating, like getting things loaded with the stevedores.
Right.
They've got admin too, so like they're definitely good for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay. Well, works for me. Okay, that's also not good. Oh wait, she should have had a... No, she doesn't get a +0. Her education's better, not her intelligence doesn't give her a mod. Okay. Right. So she is just surprised as you all when you will be... Your ship will be flagged for a random search by the starport.
Okay.
Well, that's
her yeah. In other words, I was asking because someone has to do an investigate check to make sure everything was okay, and it's probably right before they arrive, because I think it'd be fun this way to flag it when you're going through your inspections, looking around, or your own personal inspections, strapping down the cargo things and stuff like that, right? Underneath one of the things of textiles is not textiles. It is secure crates covered with the textiles as though you were smuggling them. And a random search has been administered to your ship as well.
Okay. Let's drag this shit out, get the crates open and see what's inside them.
Yeah.
Okay. It is a illegal biochemical called sap on the street. It is a precursor for a very common drug given for laborers to improve their endurance and stuff. It makes them kind of dumb-witted, but you can work in the hot sun for a long time.
Okay.
It's a common agricultural byproduct from here.
This is probably more a Colin thought than an Ashraf thought. How much is it worth?
Oh, it's worth the trade goods of the In the book. It is someone bought illegal stuff to put on your ship. It's 61 illegal biochemicals. So it's like 50,000. Like it's so you basically have a ton of this instead of a ton of one of your other tons.
Yeah,
I mean, you still have plenty of textiles. It's just that 1 ton of them has been
somebody
replaced.
Snuck it in.
Correct. And it is worth twice the standard value of a textile. But
the pieces should probably put together that the search and the stuff might be one and the same.
Yeah.
And a ton is not something we can just flush down the toilet.
Right. No, this is intent to distribute levels of, not personal use.
So there could be several different people that would have snuck it on.
Yeah.
Is there... So the official inspectors haven't arrived yet, right?
No.
This is something we found while we were doing our final checks.
You're doing the final checks. You just got the message that, hey, your ship is being locked by the port for an inspection, right?
Okay.
So an ensuing inspection, as though they haven't arrived yet, but you can imagine the high port has like things to make sure you can't launch, right?
Right. Yeah. Right. Sure.
Probably software codes, to like lock down your ship for the meantime.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there a place off the ship we can put it so that we can be like, what's that? That's not ours. We didn't see that.
I mean,
like it's one thing if we're possessing it on the ship, another if it's not on the ship.
I mean, there's I don't like the odds on this, but like dragging it in front of the ship being like, hey, we found this. This isn't on our waybill and we don't want possession of this.
Sure. Yeah, the dude who spent 50.
Right.
Yeah, everyone's like, how did this get on the ship? Like they haven't heard that one before. So like,
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like we didn't load it up there, right? Like someone else loaded it on the ship, right? Like whatever the dock workers and like
one of the stevedores.
So sure. Here's
and
the thing.
Stevedores are just going to say, yeah, we were directed to do that.
Yeah. Somebody else did it. Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Your wife signed off on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like she did do it. I just rolled it. She did do an investigation check. Like she thoroughly went through the stuff, right, and checked everything. But this snuck on.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know how. Yeah. She's pretty mad at herself about it.
Yeah.
It's all right. This is our first ever trade run, so like we're all kind of winging it.
Yeah. Yeah. This is when you're in. Yeah. She just didn't think that someone would do that. Like, why would you? Yeah.
The other question I have is, what's the penalty?
Yeah. Is this jail time or a fine?
This will be a steep fine. And obviously the end confiscation of the drugs. Yeah. I think the worst part though is the fine is also dealing with the courts where you have to basically appear and do that, and that's the problem.
It would throw off our time.
The problem is the timeline. It's not really the.
Yeah. Okay.
I would roll randomly depending on if we got to that point where I'd probably roll D6 weeks for your assigned date. You could
Hargrave
theoretically
also have horribly like. Doesn't Hargrave also have
bad law?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Jim, do we go smuggler on this?
Do we have that's the other thought is like, can we hide it? Like, what's like we got flagged for a search, but is this just like some low-level clerk and an inspector coming by that's just gonna like, you know what I mean? Like, how thorough is the search going to be? Is it just one person or a team? Like, we might not be able to find those answers, but
finding those answers would preclude you from acting quickly and decisively. You have to like look up who would be kind of like on shift and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
We hide the petrochemicals, maybe repackage them as quick as we can in a pallet of textiles. And then we ruin a different pile of textiles And when the inspector gets there, be like, "Hey, like this is all fucked. Don't check this out. Like this is bad textiles. You don't want to check this out." They go for that, and they don't search the other ones quite as hard because that one looks suspicious.
Decoy.
It would mean we ruin a ton of textiles, but if we can offload the petrochemicals, it's a wash.
Yeah. We'd still try to get the sap off planet in our ship.
Yeah, because I mean, even if we just fucking jettison it once we're in space, if we just don't want to even deal with this at all. But I think there's no chance of us sneaking it off the ship on planet. I think that there's too much going on this spaceport. We're not professional smugglers. There are only the three of us.
Right. Yeah. For sure. Okay. I think, like, of all the options that we have, that might be the one to go with. Seeing if a decoy will satisfy them.
Yeah. I think what we do for the decoy is have a pallet underneath or adjacent to like one of our sewage lines, and you rig the sewage line to have burst all over it.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
An inspector's going to be like, "That's really gross, and you don't want me to search it, and you're telling me not to search it, so I'm going to search it." And by the time he finishes and finds nothing, he's going to be so fucking pissed, he's probably not going to go through the rest of them with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah, he might not. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, cool. So the squad of 6 Harmony agents will arrive. These guys they clearly are like kind of reading from a script about what to do, or at least they have some sort of like written orders to be here to enter your ship and all. So I assume your ship's all you're complying for them for all other intents and purposes, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So you meet them at the door or whatever. You have to they were basically going to keep you hands backed up to the wall as they go search the ship. They're going to ask you for a license for your sword, which you have to provide and all that kind of stuff.
Of course.
But then you can't provide when your hands are there. So like it's that kind of situation, right? But it will work itself out. But you can definitely hear like when both of you are kind of, or I guess maybe the three of you are kind of like stacked up as they're going to conduct their search. So I assume you've already done your best efforts to do this, right? And we're going to run into the situation where they're going to reveal now, right?
I think, and this is, I'm going to have to buy my wife. I'm probably going to have to buy my wife so many flowers for this move, but I'm going to tell my wife that we hid it in the ruined pallet. So if she doesn't keep her cool, because she's the only like non-military, like she's a very upstanding person amongst the three of us. Yeah. If they notice her getting nervous, it's around that pallet, which doesn't have anything in it.
Yeah. So, yes, because here's it twofold. While you're being nervous, you can definitely overhear the sort of sergeant in charge here conducting the search being like, okay, the pallet we're looking for is pallet 4B, in the hall. Like they're directly the one that was the smuggled one, right? Like someone
tipped him off.
Yeah, that they knew exactly what to look for. So they're so they will be spending extra time looking at the one that's, perfectly set up to be a bait, I guess, now from you all. So
the one we switched out.
Yeah. So well done, you all. Now they are going to so they're going to, I don't know, what kind of role would this be to like how well you conceal here? Willing to give yourself a bonus to it as well.
Let's see the skills.
Probably a versus or investigate,
Let me see, what's deception like?
Could be like
Right,
deception, recon, tactics, something like that, maybe like in that kind of field, or deception, yeah,
I'm trying to learn the different
applications of
deception, lie fluently, disguise, underhanded way of cheat. That's more social. It looks like.
right.
Investigate is observation, forensics, analysis. Swade is also kind of bluffing.
Yeah, it's like a reverse of recon. Like
recon,
unusual objects or out of place people, things like that, right? So
yeah, one of the examples is working out the routine of a trio of guard patrols, which I think is kind of what we're doing, right? We're working out where and how they might search this.
Exactly. Evading a police search is also streetwise, so it could be a streetwise versus investigate.
Yeah. I'm fine with either of those, but which of us has the skills for it? Let me see. Yeah. I have streetwise at 1. That's it.
I will give you a boon for this so you'll be rolling with advantage. Because your deception is like entirely designed for their focused on this crate, right? Like they were told to look at this one, and that's perfectly set up to be your bait, you know? So they did kind of fall on your hands here, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're out of the frying pan.
Sure.
Okay. Sure. How do I roll it with advantage? So I guess that's a 4 and a 2, so I'll roll another D6.
Yeah, you should be rolling 3d6 and taking the highest 2.
Okay, so 9 becomes 10.
10, cool. And then my investigates, there's a standard investigate. They got +3 here because of +1 with a skill of 2. Okay, well, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't.
Oh, that would have been bad.
They are completely at a loss here. So yeah, it seems like these guys were maybe not necessarily the most motivated to be here to do this. This will the problem is that this is still going to delay you from getting out of here with the paperwork and stuff. Okay, so your charade pulls off, but now you have a destroy. You had just what did you say? You was burned? Is that what you did?
Yeah, we basically we swamped it with sewage.
In sewage.
All right, so all right.
So like we gotta offload a ton of just unsellable textiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your story for why this one's covered in sewage? It's like, how did this happen?
We had a pipe burst.
Right.
We put it next to the wall, and then
all right.
Hamilton rigged the pipe to burst. So it was like, we were trying to clean this up, and we got notice of the inspection. Good fucking luck with that.
Yeah. So they poked around and like, boss, there's nothing but textiles here. You know, like they're completely sold that there's this textiles and it's covered in shit, and they don't want to deal with it. You know, so they're gonna go away. I think without requiring any sort of like psychology or insight into them, you realize that like the sergeant's more concerned about what he's going to say to whoever pressured them into doing this job where they clearly don't have anything to stand on. What are you going? So they need something to pin this on you. He can't. You know, this guy's not going to be able to go away empty-handed unless you do something about it. So he's going to either fine you for something small, right, or something like this, or unless you're able to like kind of just fast talk him because he really can't leave saying like, there was nothing.
Yeah. You know? Well, it's a biohazard now.
Yeah.
Like this, OSHA compliant. You know, we shouldn't have stored it next to those pipes in the first place.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. Now, I think
this is Ashraf saying this to him, being like, "Gosh, you know."
Oh, okay. You're willing to just say like, "Hey," you're willing to just help them, give them an idea, suggest.
I'll coach him.
Yes.
I'll coach him through this.
Okay, yeah. There's no role for that. It's fine with me.
I know we're not supposed to do that, and there's a fine for this. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
That kind of,
All right, then go ahead and you're gonna be fined. Can you roll a 50-50 for me, please? High is in your favor. All right. Low is in my favor. Okay, cool. Then you're only going to get fined 50 times 5. Okay. Great. So you'll be fined 20,000 credits.
All right.
Okay.
I will take that out of
and charged with destruction, improper securing of cargo or something like that, right? And then you'll be which is just a fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually going to add a tab to the trade console that is just going to be like our ledger for shared funds.
Yeah.
And anything related to like trade and the ship itself. So we'll have individual money, but
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And then I'm just going to need some sort of like admin role to see if you can get this done within a week. Because if you can get this done faster than a week, then it won't cost against your getting out of here time.
Okay. Can we have Dr. Mufta roll that one? Because she's got the admin too.
Yeah.
She got that good admin.
And she also has a social of D, so like it's probably. I imagine. Well, I assume she's going to be using that as her leeway through the system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that's. I don't even know how high what the modifier of D is. +3. There it is. So she has a +5 to the roll. So would one of you like to roll for Dr. Ramza?
Do that. +5, right?
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Okay. Exceptional success here. Yeah. So there's no she just brings the fine directly, like and there's it's all smoothed over. You do not know who sent these people or how this got planted. Except for your own player suspicions.
Okay.
But
and does in all of this does Magnia ever make an appearance?
No.
All right.
No. Something you can think either she got a better deal somewhere or it's bad luck befell her.
Yeah.
Will you go out of your way to care, or do you think whatever happened? It's up to her?
I mean, if we were staying, maybe, but if we can get out of here quick, Hamilton is, after all of this, Hamilton is like, we need to leave. I do not, I'm not leaving the ship anymore. I'm not, he's going to confine himself to quarters.
Okay. Great.
Alan.
Cool. So you basically had to pay a 20,000 fine. You're right up to, the Sturmmetal, to Rejas, goes through. I'm not sure you're going to get paid immediately, but let's say you'll get it in 2 weeks. One, for them to basically have to say, hey, we got it. They have to go then disperse the funds, but you're going to be gone, so it's going to take another week for like the X-Boat comms to like catch up to you and like give you the money effectively.
Yes,
okay,
that's fine.
So you'll get paid 50,000 in 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
Now you will be in transit when you jump out of here in the system for a little bit of time, and we're gonna have to roll. But then you will then enter jump space. Because I don't know the distance to the closest jump point in this system, so I think we're just gonna roll I think it's like a d6 for the number of days you have to spend at subliminal speed to get to the jump point.
Okay.
I know in earlier editions of Traveler, it has like a actual like equations for this stuff.
Mhm.
I didn't see that in this one.
Yeah. Let me see. This is a good time to learn how we actually run the ship. Okay.
Yeah.
You do have to, yeah.
Jump travel. Here we go. Preparing for jump. Easy astrogation check. D6 times 10 minutes. Jump distance.
Don't forget, in addition to your running costs, your summary of costs on page 154 also shows you that, you have to pay for your life support, you have to pay for your fuel, you have to pay for, also, I assume you're giving yourself salaries, is probably what you're doing, in addition to the
yeah, probably. But it's the kind of salary that's on paper, more or less.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think we need you to do the full task chain of prepping for your jump. Your intention is to go to skip, correct? From here, there's a single jump.
Yes. Yep.
You have
we jump to, and we can go right there.
Great. Because I can tell you, I already pre-rolled that there's no encounters along the way here. Like you have, black skies to the horizon for where you want to go. So I don't see why you can't just put this into your jump computer to figure it out for you, right? You're not under stress. You don't have to recalculate at the last second, right? And even though your engines are not great, they have that -1. I don't think that's going to be a big issue for you, right?
Yeah, that's mostly for maneuvering rather than the working. Like they work, they're ungainly to use.
Correct. Now you're exactly. So your 200-ton ship makes a 2-parsec jump. It will require 40 tons of fuel, which I think you have.
Yes, we are topped up with fuel.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. So we will lose 40 as we enter jump. Cool. Is there any sort of Star Trek engage kind of thing that you say before entering jump? After all the engines are spooling up and punch it, Chewie.
Shit. Oh, because my character is Budo-Islamic. I'm trying to think of a riff on Inshallah. Omshallah.
Okay. Yeah. Omshallah.
Yep. Omshallah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. Omshallah. And away we go into hyperspace.
How much fuel do we carry? I could see on the ship, we've got a J12 fuel tank for the last 4 weeks. We've got 41 tons of fuel on board.
Yeah, so basically you have enough fuel for 1 jump per fuel tank, which means you'll need to buy fuel at skip or harvest it from a gas giant. You have a fuel. You do. Your far trader has a fuel scoop and a processor.
Okay. Good.
Oh, thank God.
It will require you to do all that stuff, and that takes time. But that's also just in terms of traveler and what you would know as spacers. That's probably where pirates hang out, and if in a world that's not very safe, would be around the fueling stations. They basically they camp the gas stations in the desert is effectively what they do. That's also where, but also remember, pirate patrols can just as easily be a local Navy patrol asking for protection money. It could just be the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, okay, I have now dumped. I dumped 40,000 credits into the ship ledger. So with the 20,000 fine, our ship's fund is 20,000, and I have about 9,000 in personal change.
Sweet. Okay.
And we can assume. I think we assumed that Dr. Mafta fronted the cost for the actual cargo itself.
Yeah.
So those will be we'll pay those off eventually. I guess my project for this coming week is going to be I want to make the credit ledger for our trade console, and I'm also going to put together an automated thing to track all our like jump fuel and how much it costs per week of like
Total
life support and
expenses.
stuff.
Yeah.
That I feel like that we can automate away.
Yeah. That's page
also,
154 of the book when you get to it.
Cool. Also, I found on page 157, it says how far a ship has to be in order to make a jump. And it's 100 diameters from the nearest object.
Right. But what I was describing is I don't know the shape of the solar system, and I don't know how close this planet is to, if there's other planets in the way or whatever. So let's just say it's a D6 days before you jump.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
5. All right. So you take off. Your passengers are relieved that you're going. You've given them the whole, underneath your seats are the, that whole thing. Here's the oxygen mask, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. I will ask while we're in jump space, what's the vibe of the ship when you guys are going? Is it very much like a commercial airliner? Is it very kind of just like everyone's kind of chill? Is it a reflection of you all?
I think that Ashraf's background as a administrator and diplomat.
Yeah.
I imagine it a lot more like a wooden sailing ship, right? Like we all have dinner together type thing.
Yeah.
That's what Ashraf would kind of assume. And that the expectation is like they stay out of the way of the normal operations. They keep away from like certain rooms in it, but otherwise, like we're not gonna Ashraf, unless he has to, isn't gonna like police their activities on the ship.
Who cooks?
A good cook is Hamilton.
I think he can keep himself alive.
Here's how you survive off the algae that's in your life.
Yeah.
life
Hamilton eats some weird shit. He spent most of his life in space, so he probably eats that mold's good. You can eat that.
I
just survive off tube cereal. You're the person who likes original flavored Soylent. You're just
right.
I don't care. You've already described how you drink like the basic beer as well as your favorite. So I do imagine you do not have a lot of
does not have refined tastes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Preference for soft foods.
I don't know that the Maftas are good cooks. I think we may have found another thing we might want to add to the requirement for an engineer we hire. It's like,
let's see. What is steward covers something. Steward is like you can make life pleasant for high passage. At least it's required for high passage, but I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah,
I bet it has.
I mean, even outside of like stewardship, I'm just genuinely interested in who does these tasks on the ship.
Yeah. I don't.
You could have prepackaged food, but that probably requires might be a fun like. Cost.
You know what? I'm gonna roll a D10 to see how good Ashraf's cooking is. Just on a scale of 1 to 10, if someone eats a meal. Yep, that's not great.
That's all right.
Steward does cover cooking. What does it say for? It says
cooking a fine meal average.
A fine meal. Yeah, but it's
okay. Okay, then I mean,
Hamilton
honestly,
mostly eats his own food. He's like nutrient pouch.
Steward. Oh, interestingly, Dr. Mafta does not have steward at all.
No.
Do I have steward? I do not. Yep. We're a freeze dried rations kind of ship here.
Yeah.
It's all right. Basic passage is not meant to be nice.
No, not at all.
Look, even the crew eats the same Hungry Man frozen dinner meals.
Yep. Yep.
I will say you don't have to roll. I will say you don't have to roll for this one or any kind of reason like that. I imagine Hargrave has really good like frozen meal for this kind of stuff. It's like a benefit of being there, right? You kind of got fresh fruits and whatever you had for, but that's kind of that's kind of it.
Our government is horrible. Our technology is not advanced, but goddamn, can we freeze dry some food?
Yeah. You're like Escape from LA. Like you have all the totalitarian like control of California's produce.
It's like my buddy who's like in the army, like there were certain MREs you really wanted. There were ones you really didn't. Like Hargrave MREs, you want those.
Yes. They're winners through and through. Exactly. And so they're so everyone's kind of okay and can put up with it, even though everyone knows it's kind of frozen airline meals.
Yeah.
You don't have to persuade anybody to be like, hey, we're taking too long or anything like that. Everyone's, your collection of passengers is relatively average. Mostly, well, actually, they're average for going to Skip. Skip is an interesting world, as you all know. It's sort of it's a world on a barren moon of a gas giant that's home to a small intelligentsia of thought leaders, writers, and artists. It's technically run by the station, like whatever the old defunct civil service was for keeping the station all around. But that you've heard and being here that the group, it's kind of balkanized into different pockets of thought and those types of leaders.
Gotcha.
Notably, their starport is non-existent despite being on a barren moon. It is an E-class starport, so this is the equivalent of the they just have a single windsock that's on the vacuum world that's just pointing out kind of thing, and you just land next to it. They do have like the nice like runway tubes because they are a decent enough tech level that they can go out to hook up to your ship and all. But there's like a moon rover that like that pulls it out to the ship and docks to you. But like they don't have their own proper starport and latches and everything like you came from Hargrave, right?
Okay. Certainly no refueling facilities.
No.
Then okay.
Nope. But Skip again is I think the refueling station is the gas giant. Like I think the thought here is just why would you? You just go there. Yeah.
That's figured. Okay.
So so you do spend a week every time you jump. You did jump 2 parsecs, but it doesn't matter because any jump in space is a week of real life time.
Okay. So we arrive in the Skip system on the 30th.
Correct. No, we are in February, so there is no 30th.
Okay, so it's on March the 1st.
Yeah. So we would owe you would have a month to pay your bills, right? So the first thing you get are all your notice of bills. I assume they're not on auto pay. So but yeah, like the TAS secured loan.
Yeah. Okay. So
all that kind of stuff will come due. We have to roll. Oh, the good news though is can someone roll a D4 for how many days in system before you land and Skip?
Once you do that, Jim.
D4.
Yeah. It's not going to be a D6 because the planet's smaller and you're just going to the gas giant. I think this is going to be a smaller world. Nice. A day. Okay. Perfect.
Right.
Great. Oh, that's cool. So you can jump and you do see like the looming giant Jupiter-esque thing and all the little moons going around it as you are tugging in. There are there are 4 other ships here.
Also, what's our mortgage payment?
I wrote it down a long time ago in our chat.
Yeah, I thought so too. Mm.
Monthly 169 401.67. So 169 401,000 or 67 cents. So if you wanted to round it off the cents, I'd be okay with that.
Okay. Jesus. All right.
So the ship
So
full value
we are-
was So for everyone who is watching, the ship full value is 53,320,500. The ship is 42 years old. So we got 20% off the market price there at 42,656,400. Your ship shares also knocked it down to 40,656,000, and then your monthly mortgage payment then becomes 169,401. The mortgage is not the same as your repairs and maintenance of the ship, right? This is just the mortgage.
That's separate cost.
Yeah. Maintenance is
a maintenance cycle is like every 2 jumps we have to have a maintenance cycle. Is what it says.
It's every 4 weeks. Yeah.
It's a basic, which is effectively 2 jumps
about once a month.
And about once a month. Yep.
Okay, so maintenance is 0.1% of what's the total price?
I have to scroll back up. Scrolling. The total price was 40,656,400.
Right. So that is 40,000 divided by 12. So our maintenance cost each maintenance period is 3,300 and change. Okay. So I've now calculated. So our life support costs is 10,600 because we've got full berths. Our fuel cost is 20,000. Our mortgage costs is the 160 and change, and our maintenance is the 3,300. So currently we are negative 178,000 and change. That is,
but we don't. But if we're doing our own fuel, that would cut some of the cost, right?
Yeah. So
if we're not buying it,
we're not buying it. So that is a good point. So I'll just strike that off. And we haven't gotten paid for our passage yet.
Correct.
And that's going to be that's going to be almost $1 million. So
in about 4 days.
And then we also have in about 4 days. Okay, cool. Alrighty.
Sweet.
Figuring this out as we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I still can't find. I could have swore I saw something where it's like standard sort of like things you do. Think like spacecraft operations. I know it's a chapter or subchapter, but
it is.
What does it take to refuel? I guess they can't find like using a fuel scoop.
Right.
It should take. I think it's going to take several hours to do. I think it's that kind of situation.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here, I found it. Actually, it's on 157. Top of 157.
Yeah.
A scoop hydrogen from a gas giant. It's difficult piloting. It takes 1D hours.
Jim, do we want to? I think Ashraf is going to defer his salary. He's not going to collect it. Like it'll be on the books, but he never collects it. Does Hamilton want to be paid out?
Yeah, Hamilton would like some folded money, some pocket change, but
so you get 4,000 credits from the ship, the ship's ledger, because you're being paid as an engineer. Unless no, you're the pilot, right? No, I'm the pilot. Someone's the pilot.
Yeah, someone's the pilot. I think I think at the moment we're sort of passing around pilot's duties.
Yeah.
Okay. So, my question is then, what salary would Hamilton want to gather? Ashraf is going to be okay with anything, but pilot is 6,000, astrogator's 5,000. If you have astrogation, then that's what you get. Yeah. Okay. We'll pay you 5,000 then because that's something you have to do, and it's a better pay than the engineer.
Yeah.
And it looks like Dr. Mofta is going to be taking salary as both a medic and a steward, I think. And yeah, I think everyone all the 3 PCs, probably 5,000 a maintenance period for their salary.
Okay. Then we also have to deal with your standard of living.
Yeah, that's true.
I would consider your last month's standard of living would be half rate, depending on what your normal standard of living is, considering it's your home world. So I imagine you have, things are cheaper for you, friends, blah, blah, blah. You're staying. If you're staying on the ship entirely, I imagine it doesn't cost that much, but I feel like you need to make some kind of roll to not go like, stir crazy. You're sleeping, you're sleeping. I don't know. Like, you are a spacer, though. Like, you would.
Yeah, that's why. Like, that's what I'm thinking for Hamilton. He's spent his entire life either in prison or in space.
That's true.
Yeah. So, like, I think he's used to, like,
you are made for it.
Yeah, he's used to.
Okay.
He's maybe mildly agoraphobic, even. Like, I don't like going outside during the day. Nighttime is fine, but during the day, it's just too much.
But here's the thing, though. That means you're still okay. But you're still going to accrue a cost, your lifestyle cost, but really that cost is going to the ship's maintenance budget for your extra uses of.
Yeah, he's using
you know what I mean?
Air and water and other shit while they're supposed to be refueling and repairing. And,
a traveler living on board ship is assumed to have their food and lodging taken care of. So the living cost is only if we leave the ship.
But it's also assumed that you need to get off the ship at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. A traveler who does not live at the standard listed for their social. Oh, that's for embarrassment and stuff. But I think that's a good, like, barometer for, like, what's reasonable for our character to want.
1,200 is, like, for average. He's just average and...
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm willing to say half... so because we were at Hargrave, half the cost, and then I think half it again for you, Barca.
Okay.
To show how frugal you are.
Yeah. Yeah, it's your best. I can't.
So you're basically like spending
eat another one of those slurry packs. He's like,
yeah. Oh, shit. And you know what? The living expenses wouldn't be paid out of the ship loader. That's our living expenses.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's what our salary covers. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm just thinking basically for Hamilton's cost comes out of the ship effectively. His use on the ship is kind of like what his lifestyle expense ends up being, right? Like the extra little bit of whatever. So
I just take it out of my paycheck.
Yeah. So it's fine. It gets covered. You don't actually have to counter that. That's just his lifestyle expenses getting paid. So okay. Cool. Good deal for me. Okay, so I don't have the names of the ships that have landed at Skip, but at Skip here we have 2 safari ships, which are kind of like rich adventurer, entrepreneur type ships. Basically like more slightly better outfitted yachts. Mm-hmm. And then you have 2 scout ships as well. Lodged up here in Skip.
Okay. Safari ships are interesting because, like, what's out here? They could be. Who knows? Cruising the stars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. As you are docking and getting paid. You also get to witness an execution being done by Skip. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. A hacker turned counterfeiter was caught. Effectively, I imagine Skip probably runs off of life support tokens and stuff like that. So I imagine he was forging life support tokens for people. Mm-hmm. And so he gets denied life support.
Ooh.
And he has the yeah. I assume he's dead by the time you arrived and stuff, but that's sort of the
sort of like walk by the aftermath.
I think you have the option, and I think it's called the long walk. And I think you're just given an oxygen pack that's like yours, and you just You're not allowed to come back to skip. And I think you just walk till you die, effectively, or choose, or you can get killed earlier. But that's probably how they get rid of you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucked.
Yeah. Well, so is cheating the life support systems of a vacuum world.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
this is
a lot worse than normal forgery because it's like you need an accurate count on what the life support is pulling and what it needs, and
exactly. The rest, which is this rare unanimous resolve about how to handle such a criminal, was quite the show, because the rest of your experience here shows that Skip is kind of in disarray. Like, you say, who do you talk to? You're like, who am I supposed to talk to for like a broker or whatever? You're going to get like 4 answers. Who am I supposed to talk to about, like, well, you want to talk to that person? That guy, he's too politically motivated. He's too much into the, he's too anarchic or whatever. Like, he doesn't believe in the, he only trades in credits, or he only, I don't know. There's a million other things we can think of. But like, yeah, these, it's going to be tricky navigating folks at Skip. But
yeah,
it's a weird place.
It is.
Yeah, Skip is like, it's. I kind of want to invoke a little bit of like Burning Man energy to it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I that's a vibe I can understand.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Well, let's get cracking on finding that broker.
Yeah. Let's do that. What's the planet code for Skip?
All right.
So it is a starport class E.
Yeah. It is 300224-8.
We are not.
It is literally a barren rock.
Yeah. Okay.
I have all the planet codes in a tab on the trade console if you need.
It is. Okay. Yep. Low pop. It's a vacuum world, low pop, non-industrial world. It is literally in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it is just it's basically a derelict base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
so we don't get any, there's no bonus or penalty to
I kind of wish it was a ship in a way, like it was just like a derelict ship that people stay at. But nah, I think it should be a rock. But it kind of gives me like the pirate radio, kind of like the boat that rocked kind of energy. like it's, you know what I mean? It's kind of like these like luxurious like LARPers out here.
It could be a ship that just landed and turned into a
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if we're sticking with like Burning Man, I'm thinking of like the rows of rows of ships that have all been connected with like tubes.
Yeah. Okay. That's how they've expanded the base of Skip. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it takes 1d6 days to look for a broker. We get no check bonus. Someone needs to roll a broker check at 8+.
Prior to rolling the broker, I might want to invoke a modifier to the broker. I think you need to do a sort of like etiquette, get along with folks at Skip first, kind of like first impressions of the planet as traders. Yeah. Perform the life support system rituals with them.
Okay. Etiquette. Diplomat?
Yeah, this would definitely be a etiquette type rule.
Okay. I'll handle the diplomat and Hamilton can handle the broker check.
Yeah.
12.
Ooh,
come on,
very
baby.
Nice.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, you beat it with 6 over, which should give you an exceptional success. And where is the task chain bonus for that? I think you're getting a +1 or +2.
Okay.
What?
To this broker skill.
The broker.
Yeah.
Okay.
This basically would modify your broker skill.
Okay. Cool. So you get, So Jim.
Yeah. All right. I was looking at something real quick. All right.
Yeah.
So we're brokering. You've greased the wheels. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a +2 bonus.
Yep.
Sweet. Okay. Here goes.
10. Perfect. Okay. So we successfully find a broker. Now Eric rolls a random 3d6 to see what price we get.
That's public information too, right? I just roll it in the open.
Yeah. Yeah, because I got to plug it into the trade console.
6.
Okay.
Oh, don't like that, actually.
Oh, you should have gotten a +3 to the roll instead of +2, which I don't think necessarily changes the broker bonus.
No, there's no ride forward for degree of success. It's just 8 or higher. Okay. So, and now D6 for how much we can offload.
Two.
That's right. Okay. So we can only offload 40 tons.
Yeah.
Makes sense. They don't need that much textile.
Oh no, it's worse than that. There's a quantity mod because the planet is so small. It's a -3 to that D6, so 0. We can't offload any.
Do they want the drugs though?
Yeah. The drugs are not listed, so I don't know. I think they have a -2 sales mod, right? It's like
they are illegal biochemicals, is what their actual trade code is in the book.
Okay. Oh, then we need to make a streetwise check to find a different broker for them.
I don't think you need to make a streetwise because this is the vibe of Skip being this Burning Man festival kind of thing. I don't think you need to make an illegal broker here. I think Skip, you can kind of just do it. I don't think they're illegal here on Skip.
Okay.
So you can use streetwise if you needed to, if it's good, or you could just use regular broker, and this sort of represents you going through the half dozen large ship communities here, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We got to manually calculate this because it is not one of the listed trade goods.
Okay. Yeah, my streetwise and broker are the same.
Yeah. It's illegal biochemicals, is what it says there.
Okay.
Legal biochemicals. So they're bought. So D6 times 5 tons. So you need to roll a 4 or higher for us to be able to offload this. And the base price for illegal biochemicals is 50,000. Okay, so we can't sell anything this month. We can check again next month, but for this month, nobody.
Well, they don't want the.
Yeah, this is how it works.
The passengers went.
Passengers went, so we get 712,000 credits. Thank God. And that's no longer a life support cost as well. So
okay,
right, they're all ready to party. I think what it is that the chemicals aren't the drugs; they're the precursor to the drugs. So you need to they need someone who can turn them into the drug. And also, they're also like agricultural, like for endurance. Drugs. So
how much do they need it here? Okay. And this is but we're engaged in speculative trading. This isn't just like standard freight that we can
exactly.
We're trying to make a big score.
Yeah, that's the benefit of freight. It has horrible profit margins, but you can literally always sell it.
Yeah.
And this is let me go through to see if any other places want textiles. As I recall, I picked Skip because I knew that they want textiles. And like no other planet does. We could Crawford. I think Crawford and Hargrave, but they're also producers, which makes it so yes, they'll take textiles, but the profit margins again aren't good.
Yeah.
That is the problem. Basically, anywhere that has textiles as a trade good is because they also produce it.
Right.
And it's very easy to purchase. Ooh, Humvee. Humvee really wants textiles.
That's
very far away.
Yeah, way down there, yeah. We'd have to be.
But they have a population that wants it, so we can offload it. There's no penalty to the quantity. Which is good. Shit.
We have a jump too.
You can still listen for rumors and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see what else is here.
Okay. So I think listening for rumors and stuff like that. Do you want to do a roll, or do you want to say like a week goes by and do a passive kind of check? See if you get one.
I mean, I'd be fine letting a maintenance period go by, because that'll give us time to gather rumors. Two, give us another chance at selling here. If we can sell here, that's still preferable than jumping all the way to Humvee. And I think, and now that we have over 500,000 credits in the ledger, we can pay our running costs, no problem.
Yeah. So we drop off a bunch of people who are coming here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Humvee's quite a ways away. It would take many jumps to get there. We're talking like several. It would probably take a couple of months to get there.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, let's stick around for a bit and see what else. See what's what, because we still need to refuel.
Yep.
Okay. Skip's population was 2, so it's not super big.
I'm curious about these other ships.
There's probably about 1,000. Yeah, there's about 1,000 people influxed. Yeah, they have. I mean, they all have transponders and stuff like that. So they all have, they would all have names and stuff. I'll have to make them up.
True.
But they would be here. I mean, you also will cross paths with folks in the bar, here, or with the watering holes of Skip.
Yep.
But if we do wait a week, while the no patron does show up, you do get wind that there's some sort of you're not sure if it's like a pirate force or like a mercenary force or some kind of force is located one jump away in what would be on the map L13 around the gas giant, that there's some group loitering there. That apparently like some people are making runs to. It's kind of like the thing that you're hearing about. They're making runs between Skip and this group, and it must be like a small, like, 3 or 4 ship group.
Yeah,
you're just like hearing murmurings that there's something over there.
Let's I say we spend a week and dig into those rumors. Might as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, who's making runs and what are they doing? That kind of thing.
Okay. Well, you're definitely hearing at least one of these crews is either in the scout ships or it's got to be one of the scout ships. Is like they're not fully scouts. They're like scouts plus bounty hunter, like kind of stuff. Like they're that you think they might be related. You're not sure whether they're affiliated or opportunistic or something. I think that they might be related, waiting for someone to, they're fishing for one of those ships to come over to Skip for something, and probably snatch them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess the thing I'm most curious about is, are they hostile, or is it like, or what could they be doing? Because there's nothing really out here.
Yeah. I think what you're probably hearing from Skip is the different opinions that Skip maybe wants to like figure out a way they can make them into a private navy for Skip.
Okay.
You know what a proper navy needs is uniforms, and you know how you make uniforms, right? I mean, with the finest of Hargrave textiles. That's every Navy man knows. A uniform that's made with anything but Hargrave textiles is a uniform not worth wearing.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Before you can give them and sell them the textiles, they need sewing machines first.
Yeah. Let's see. Can we find out more about who's making these runs?
You are right. I do think that they're getting when you start thinking about talking about the textiles, instead you're just watching the factions of Skip kind of get kind of mad and agitated, being like, "No, it needs to be like a blue sun on a green background. No, it's a green sun on a blue background. It represents unity. No, it represents loyalty." Like they're just going at deciding on their the aesthetics.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that's fantastic.
Right.
Rather than even like whether or not these people would join them, they are jumping to the point about what should be what should they do. Okay. Sorry, Jim. What were you saying?
Can we know who a bit more about who's making these runs out to this group in L13?
Oh, I think it's the other way around. I think they make runs to fuel up or get stuff at skip. Yeah. So they're just talking about they have clients effectively coming back and forth from there. And so I was describing one of the scout ships. Definitely seems like they're more than just scouts.
Okay.
Like they're like the quiet Aragorn guys who are in the corner. Like they're not here to make friends. They disappoint them.
Yeah.
In general, I think you should recognize. Like I think broadly speaking, mercenaries kind of like have a type. And you see mercenaries, and mercenaries in space tend to be like terrifying, ruthless MFers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say, is there a way that we can tell them from just like common pirates? And I'm not, maybe not.
No, there's no common. I mean, a mercenary is a common pirate. Is the problem,
right?
You know what I mean? A pirate's just probably a mercenary between jobs, right?
Okay, then I guess my other question is: are they over here? Are they scouting out Skip or something like that? Like this, people of Skip are like, could we hire them to be a lady? But it's like, what are they doing so close? What are their scouts doing here?
Yeah, I was leading you on with the idea that these scouts might be trying to bounty hunt catch one of these guys or like a ship coming in, but they could also be like related. The point being is that ship is linked to that crew in some way, whether it's antagonistic or mercantilistic. You're not exactly sure. So yeah, you can find that out by just keeping your nose to the ground and picking up what you're hearing from the groups and all. But other than that,
let's do that. Yeah. Hamilton will spend some time amongst the different.
I have so one of the best things about Traveler is that there's like 10,000 source books. And then the source books get reprinted and remodulated for all the different editions. And one of them has a bunch of stuff for like Star Crew personalities and stuff. So this is great. I'm going to use these tables because I don't know. So I'm going to love
tables here.
We're going to do it together. Okay. So let's see who's the leader of this scout. Also, I need a name for this scout ship. I'll do that later. First off, age 9, middle-aged. 2d6 appearance, clean. Okay, mentality 2d6 6 and 8. Normal and brave. Okay, that makes kind of sense here. Another personality 3d6. This guy's not very interesting. He's kind of just an average brave person. 14 quiet. Okay, yep, really just an brave and quiet. Also personality of hostile. Okay, yeah, that also makes sense. Quiet but hostile. Okay, they definitely do have like the don't mess with me kind of look to them. I will roll randomly for their honesty. Okay. I will I'll roll privately what that is. But that is a number. Interesting. Oh, I see. Amazing. And then I will roll a 46 in the open for what their interest is. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Great. All right, do you want to specifically talk to the Star Crew, or do you want to talk around the Star Crew? You know, their initial vibe is prickly.
Yeah. I'd like to talk to one of them at least, and kind of approach it as, you know, Hamilton's one of these, whatever passes for the local watering hole. Anybody's like, oh, is that your ship out there? You know, that's a class 4 or whatever. You know, he just wants to kind of like talk shop about the systems on the ship in kind of a casual way to see what are you guys doing out here? Like that thing can go far. Like, you know,
Right.
Like, wow, gee whiz.
I think you can pick up immediately that they're lying about the ship, about how good it is. You know, they're like, I mean, it's they just describe it as, you know, it's your, we've had to keep her running, but it's standard Imperial Scout, you know, through and through. Did you ever serve on one?
Oh, no, but I've seen a lot of them, and I was thinking of all the wrecked ones that he's salvaged.
Oh my god, the number of scout ships! Oh my god, yeah, that have exploded and been compressed and decompressed in a variety of ways. Yes, by far.
Yeah, that's his background he's drawing on. Is all the times he's been inside the guts of an airless one that's you know, out in the void.
Right, and I think what you're getting from them. Now you can roll to like produce a better result, but I think you're getting the impression that you can tell that they're lying about their ship's capabilities, and they really don't want you to ask more questions about like the insides of their ship. You know what I mean? Like, they are hiding the capabilities of their ship to you in that way.
Okay,
right?
so they're not like bragging, bigging it up, but they're like, you know,
no, the opposite. They're underplaying it to, which would work for most people, because like, yeah, it's just a scout ship. It's been, you know. It's, you know, like when you have a car had to replace a door, it's a different color kind of stuff. You know, or just like the primer color. It's like that kind of looking scout ship, but you know, like it's more than meets the eye. Right. But they won't.
Been decommissioned and all these guts ripped out and had been retrofitted and all that. It's like, oh yeah, I understand completely.
Yeah.
They talk. So they're hiding something. Right.
No, well, they talk about they've been doing surveillance stuff, like planetary surveillance and geospatial surveillance.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bit beyond me. So, it's not dangerous out there, is it? Like I think that maybe that's the next thing that Hamilton's trying to come at. It's like, we're not in any danger, are we? Like, that's a pretty big scout ship for surveillance. Like, I don't know.
It's got all that scientist. You need, well, you know, you're not a scientist. You need advanced scientific equipment on it. That takes up half the, you know, larboard thing, you know, that kind of stuff, right?
Right. So you just keep trying to blow smoke up Hamilton's ass. Yeah,
they say it's. I mean, I think you know enough about like storms to know that they're like probably lying to you about what they're. But yeah, whether or not you know that they don't know yet that you've picked up on their lie.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So you're in a kind of a controlled position here. You can back out and realize that like they don't like talking about this stuff and try a different approach, or double down and try something riskier. But
yeah, I think Hamilton's not gonna push his luck in that sense. He doesn't want to piss him off just yet.
Yeah,
if at all. But yeah, is it dangerous out there? Do we need to watch out for anything? Doesn't get too much of a reaction. I think he might just drop it and then just sort of observe what they do.
It is. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, that's nice. The whole crew. You're talking to some. Yeah, you must be talking to one of the deckhands here. They're not. Yeah, you're probably talking to one of the newest groups, like the newest additive members to the group, who still wants connection to humanity.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so they're not completely
in danger, but the only answer is not dangerous. You're not dangerous unless you pissed off people. But you know, then again, if you're You're not living right unless you've pissed off some people.
Yeah, I guess so.
You did time. Like, I think is there something about it that, like, do you think that's and someone can read that off of you and infer that you've done time?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. How long were you away for?
6 years change. I lost track, and then I came back. Really much left for me when I came back, so
it's a long route.
Been a while.
Yeah.
Hamilton will just he's not trying to hide anything himself. Whatever. I guess whatever it seems like he could build a connection with them, because if they keep coming, they're out there. It might be nice to know who they are and what their intention is in case we ever run across them.
Well, do you want to? You think that your prison knowledge or like that kind of stuff that's kind of like more a better in for them? Do you want to like deceive about what you went away for and like impress them, or maybe just be honest with them and see if that's what they're into?
I think just being honest with them, like, hey, I ended up here, bad decision, but making the best of it, that kind of thing. He's not trying to pass himself off as some kind of like criminal mastermind, but
yeah,
I think he is trying to ingratiate himself with them.
Right. Great. Give me. All right. Let's do that for a roll, but I'll give you a bonus on your social because you kind of like are sharing the same sort of social level of being a criminal or former criminal.
Yeah.
Like you're relating to. Yeah. This is. You're not deceiving them. You're probably just persuading them to open up, right? Or I don't know. We're kind of at a bar. Is this corrals? What do you think?
I don't really have corrals, unfortunately. I'm not trying to persuade them in terms of like get them to like change their mind about anything or agree to something. He just wants to be like make a good impression and get them to like relax a little around him. So I guess maybe corrals would be it. I'll just rely on jack of all trades.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's also etiquette, like diplomat in a way, or like a streetwise diplomat kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Happy to roll streetwise.
I think it's streetwise. Let's do streetwise as a introduction here.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, with a +2 modifier to it.
Yeah. Okay. That's 9.
Yeah. All right. That's more than enough for them to relax. They think they can trust you and stuff. So I think they might offer you part of a job. They might cut you, see if they can cut you in on if you want, like they might offer you, like they're not going to tell you what the job is, but like, well, listen, if you're looking for work or anything like that, and you need a hand, we might be looking for an extra hired muscle.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Hired muscle for what?
I can't say unless you agree, kind of thing.
Gotcha. Well, let me talk to my people. We're certainly, looking for something.
Yeah. Should be easy. You get the impression they're trying to snatch somebody.
Okay. They're out here looking for someone in particular, not just like targets of opportunity.
Correct. They're out here looking for someone in particular. So if you want to cut in on their little job, they could use an extra bit of muscle. So
okay.
That's they're not going to tell you the whole deal about who their target is or anything like that in case you try to steal it from them.
Yeah.
But
exactly. Yeah. Well, I guess Hamilton would just be like, well, yeah, how can I get in touch with you? Yeah. I don't run our operation. It's a group effort. So.
Yeah. Okay. So the person's name is Samal Huns. And they'll basically give you their contact information.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And I think pretty much on that note, we should probably wrap up today.
Yeah.
I see my phone has been buzzing, and I assume it has something to do with what we were talking about earlier. So I probably gonna need to. All right.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay. Great. Well, thanks both. So we'll continue with our adventures of Skip and what's going on next time. All right.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta run.
Good.
See ya.
See ya.